Hi there. So this is a very quick tutorial just to go through single lens workflow. And this is also applicable to video in general if you're using that. So what we're going to do, just going to start fresh. I'm going to delete the project. So we just have the video. In this particular case, this is using the single lens output. So we get like a 3840 2160 output from Insta Studio. What I'm going to do is, as a starting point, we do stills and video, and we're going to say we're ready to process. Now, this is a very short clip, so it's only giving me 19 frames. So what I'm going to do is just put this to every half second to extract 38. I can do batch all at this point and everything will work, but I'm just taking you through the stages to kind of show you what's going on. In this case, I don't need masking. There's no people in it. But I just want to show you what's happening when we do the extraction and if there's any differences for stills. So we're running a sharp frames filter, and that's really to see if there's any particularly blurry frames, and this one jumps out. It's been quite blurry. So what we're going to do is I'll turn our just turn it on and off, and it came back. Basically, this wants to replace 12 frames, and I can drop that down using this slider. So we're just going to replace this one frame in here, basically, because that one does look particularly blurry. And we just do apply filter. And this is going to extract 3 frames before, 3 frames after, analyze them for how sharp they are, and then keep the score at the same threshold. So now you can see this jumps back, but that's because I've picked a different frame, basically, because I didn't think it worth putting in the blurry frame. So now it's got 0 to replace because that's where our threshold was set. So again, yeah, we're not using masking. And for this one, we're going to use RealityScan to align them, because essentially these are just extracted frames now. We go into our frames folder. You can see the video is all outputted along here. And so you need to have RealityScan installed in order for this to work. And you also need to add it to in the advanced section for external as a tool. So basically you just do add tool, browse to the file, put a name in here, whatever you want to use, and that's what appears here. And then once you've done that, you can actually run them from here as well. Just taking on this little play icon, and then this will launch RealityScan. RealityScan's free to download, and I put links in the main Gumrun page to get to it. So what I'm going to do is run both of these, so it will export the col map from the alignment as well, so I can just do run all. And because that alignment's done, it's just going to grab the frames in, essentially imports the folder, does the alignment, saves it and closes it, because that's what external Q1 is doing. Then it will reload it because we've got this as a separate Q item. And essentially that's just doing a RealityScan export col map. The commands are all here if you ended up wanting to change anything. And there's a little bit down in the advanced section of what the variables mean and what path this particular project is giving you. So that's really useful if you're like, so if I use project, what path is that actually giving me? So you see that just closed. Now it's loading it up and doing the col map, because often you may want to do the alignment, set scale or orientation, and then run the col map export. So we can open our external folder, and you'll see not sure why we've got col map fisheye, but the RS col map export is here because we didn't do any masks. Obviously don't have those there. So I'm just going to do a new project here, and then I can just drop both these on to PostShop. Just hit import and go. And then this will start training. Now, obviously, it's pretty low res video, But you can see all the frames got loaded up and it's starting to create the splat. Now, if I wanted to, I could run RealityScan, just pick on the last project. There's my little point cloud in there. And so if this was, wrong orientation, you could adjust that. So say if I was doing that, didn't want to hit that. So you could go under view left. You can use the numeric keypad for this as well. You see it jumps around between them. I mean, I'm moved fairly straight, so I know that's kind of straight, but yeah, there's nothing really straight to align this to. But just showing you the fact you could load this up and you'll see some of the frames didn't get aligned, and it's picked the largest component. So you may want to go in, mess with this, try and get the alignment working better, control points, any of those kind of things. Just hit save. And then when you go back here, you could just run the col map step again. And you don't have to turn that off. You can just select it and then just hit run selected. And then that will re-export, it'll load it up, re-export the col map out in case you've made alignment fixes or anything else in there. But yeah, that's the splat sort of created. As I said, we're very tight in here, but it's just showing you the workflow for that particular video method.